Hello guys, my name is Vicious and I'm your host on the Coverage 101 podcast, and this is the second episode of the Coverage 101 podcast. And if you haven't seen the first episode of the Coverage 101 podcast, you can go ahead. I actually left the link on the description below. So today we're going to be talking about Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is a 55-year-old American actor, singer, and comedian. So Jamie Foxx has spent over a month in a hospital in Chicago, and he was admitted in the beginning of April. However, his family wasn't really keen into disclosing the details about Jamie Foxx's admission in the hospital. So his 29-year-old daughter, Corinne, posted on Instagram during April saying that things are really bad with Jamie Foxx and it's getting really worse in such a way that the Foxx family is actually expecting anything at this point. And she's asking the public to put her dad on prayers. So that's when a lot of people got shocked, because a lot of people didn't also know that Jamie Foxx was sick and his condition is still unknown at this point. And celebrities like Kevin Hart, LeBron James, Martin Lawrence, and Tiffany Haddish have gone to check on Jamie Foxx in the hospital. However, whenever they are being asked in interviews about Mr. Foxx's condition or the reason why he's in the hospital, they don't really state the specific reasons why.
Jamie Foxx, our thoughts are with him.
Absolutely.
Crazy situation over the past couple weeks with Jamie's health. Have you heard anything about his situation?
I mean, I've heard things, but I wouldn't, I think I'm very fortunate to have the relationship that I have with Jamie and to be able to just check on him and stuff like that. So, they're being tight and for reasons just about where he is, because Jamie's always been a private person to a certain degree. But, I think the dope thing is that he's getting better in this situation, and, everybody's prayers, everybody's love, energy, all that stuff is seen and felt. So in this case, man, you just want the guy to get out of the situation he's in and get back home. I don't know the details or the exact details as to what's going on, but to my knowledge is there is a lot of progression in the world of better, man. So, my love, synergy, energy goes out to him. He's needed, he's necessary. I know that he knows that, and I know that he feels that, because there's been an outcry and outpour of support in this regard. So I can only hope that it continues.
Tragedy sucks, dude.
So Mike Tyson, a former boxer, went to the PBD podcast. In an interview, was asked if he has any knowledge about Mr. Foxx's condition or the reason why he's in the hospital, since the Foxx family choosing not to disclose any information relating to Mr. Foxx's reason why he's in the hospital from the first place. And Mike Tyson also stated on the podcast that he's not really certain about what is going on. He was told by a source that Mr. Foxx suffered from a stroke. So we're not really sure if those are speculations or not, since Mike Tyson is also not sure about that. But at this point, it seems like it's getting better, because after 6 to 7 weeks he spent in the Chicago hospital, he was transferred from the hospital to a brain traumatic rehab that's also in Chicago. So which means things are getting much better. And his daughter also posted again on Instagram, this time saying that things are really getting better, and she also appreciates the public for putting Mr. Foxx in prayers. So moving forward to the second story we're going to be talking about today, Fetty, the trap queen hitmaker, was sentenced to 6 years in prison following his trial on the 24th of May. So the trap queen hitmaker was arrested in 2021, and he was blocked by the FBI on his way to the Rolling Loud Festival in New York City, and he was supposed to perform there with over 5,000 fans, and he couldn't perform because he was arrested by the FBI. And he was arrested for selling and distributing cocaine, and this time 16 kilos of cocaine and over $200,000 were recovered from his apartment, and that's the reason why he's arrested, and he's going to be sentenced to 6 years in prison with no possibilities of parole. And it's really crazy, because Fetty is making a lot of money off music. I just don't get it why he keeps on doing legal activities, or why any other American rappers keep on doing legal activities when you can make a lot of money off music, because even successful rappers, they keep on doing illegal activities, whereas they can make a lot of money off the music and performances, or just like, music affiliated things, they can make a lot of money off that, but they still keep on doing crime. I just don't understand what's the reason for that. Young Thug is currently facing RICO charges, and that's also part of the gang members, and that's part of the street life. And that's crazy, bro. Young Thug is also successful. He's been producing a lot of hits, and he still makes a lot of hits and also drops a lot of hits. So I just don't get it why he keep on making illegal activities or selling drugs, or involve himself in narcotics, or involve himself with gang members or the street life. because it's supposed to be done with that. He's rich, he has a lot of money. Why would you keep on doing that? I just don't get it. Seems like 80% of American rappers be involved in gang members or the street life, and that's crazy because I'm not really understanding the main reason for that. It's crazy, bro. But moving on to the third topic we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT has been the talk of the folks ever since it was launched last year in November 2022, and it is owned by OpenAI, which is an artificial research company based in the States. So the ChatGPT generates human responses according to our languages. So you can literally ask it anything and it can give you an answer just like that. So it's similar to Siri, but it's kind of like, more advanced than Siri. I'm not saying that Apple's not doing a pretty good job with Siri, but it seems like ChatGPT is really taking over the world right now, and it's actually trending as we speak right now. You can also check it out to get more information about ChatGPT. It seems like Elon Musk was also part of that. It seems like Elon Musk with the artificial intelligence research company had a fallout, and he sold the shares to Microsoft, and he decided to just like start fully on his own. Elon Musk decided to venture into his own personal bot that is also similar to the ChatGPT. And this time seems like Elon Musk is all about competition, because the ChatGPT and also the Truth AI is also similar to the ChatGPT. So it's trying to bring on some competition. And it seems like the artificial intelligence is really taking over the world right now, because looking at how things have been happening, we've been seeing a lot of things on social media, robots creating beats, robots creating songs by other people's voices. It's just like crazy. A lot has been happening. And you can actually tell that the artificial intelligence is really taking over the world. And it is a threat for a lot of people, because it is a threat to a lot of industries. They perceive the artificial intelligence as a threat. And that's actually fact, because a robot can make 20 beats in 5 minutes or in 2 minutes or in 1 minute. But a human being can only make 20 beats in 7 days. So you see the difference. There's a huge difference. So a lot of artists can actually rely on robots to make beats for them than to rely on human beings to make beats for them. So there's a huge difference between the two. So that's why a lot of people perceive robots or perceive the artificial intelligence as a threat. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think? Do you think the artificial intelligence is causing a lot of problems, or do you think the artificial intelligence is here to make life easy? So you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And that is all for today's episode. And I do appreciate you if you're watching until the end. And if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. That's really important, and I do appreciate you. And you can also click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I'm going to be dropping. And I do appreciate you for watching until the end. This is the second episode of the Coverage 101 podcast. I'm Vicious.